I wish I knew what time it was. Can't tell. So I'll sit here and wait until somebody gets on. Yeah, that's just me on there. 14 circuits. Hey, everybody. Mark Ruggiero here. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, we're gonna all kinds of miniature junk behind me. A few board games. So we'll sit here and wait. Huh. I wonder what happens if I click more while I'm on. Yeah, let's see. It's empty. They got room. That's all my Star Wars stuff. Hey, Michael, DePaul, Charles, how you guys doing this evening? Hey, Steve, thanks for asking. I'm feeling okay today. Yesterday I was a little bit down on my, had a little negative day, I guess. But hey, Brian, no chemo till tomorrow, so good day. I'm sitting here in my garage. Can't tell what time it is because of my stupid phone, but I'm going to assume it's 6 o'clock so we can get started. I think I'll keep this going for probably about maybe an hour like last time, maybe less. So, welcome aboard, everybody. We got Michael DePaul here. We've got Charles Latoura, Steve O, and Brian Jarvis. Hey, everybody. So, welcome. Mark Ruggiero here, Clark Commando 1983. And I will get better at these live streams, but I wanted to just talk a little bit about what joy wargaming brings you and what's, me and what's your most anticipated game. And I'm not going to say you can only pick one, like, because I know how difficult that is. Quick update on me and my wife. My wife had chemo today. She's doing really well. Her treatments are, she got a good CAT scan, came back. She's doing well. So, and we both really appreciate the support of the community and the war gamers. And I'm not going to dwell on it myself. Chemo tomorrow. My prognosis is, well, just to be blunt, is not that great. So, that being said, I'm squeezing in as much content, as much gaming as I can, and we're going to go from there. So, which I'll kick off, I guess. So, my most number one anticipated war game of the year, and there's a couple that I want, but literally, and it's in the mail on the way, is Decision Games Axis Empires Ultimate Edition. I'll say this, I have played every edition of that game since 1993 when it came out as Krieg, and in spite of its disastrous rulebook back then, was quite the success. So there's Mr. Stigler. Hi, Stigler. How you doing, buddy? Alan, welcome, welcome. Um, yeah, ILAL. I gotta say, I did a sneak peek on my channel of the. I have the one from New England Simulations on pre-order, and I also game funded the one from. Oh my God, Uwe's gonna kill me. I could never remember the name of the damn company, and I did a preview on it. I'll blame it on chemo. So, welcome aboard. And so, what's your most anticipated games, Brian? Um, so, let's see, Brian, I'll call you out. Steve, if you're still on, Charles, Michael, and it looks like we got joined by somebody else. If you got a favorite game, speak up. You're still here. If you didn't announce yourself, please say hello so I can know who's joined me on this joyous time that I like to just call it that. And like I said, I want to talk about the joy of wargaming and what you brought. So, new comments. Steve O. So, most anticipated Prime Minister and Blind Swords. I love Revolution games. Uh, Brian Jarvis, Winter Victory. Yeah, you know what? I'm looking forward to that too. And I'm so happy, yeah, about Axis Empires. You're gonna, I think, really love it. I have cancer allowing. I have a 3 day schedule to meet somebody up down in Hanford at GMT headquarters. A friend of mine, Leo, to play it. And we're gonna play without all the bells and whistles. In other words, not the fleet and stuff, which I think is a neat add-on. And but one of the things that's great about the whole thing is you can add that on. Probably is going to be really excellent. But I like the way it abstracts the air and whatnot. Hey Phil, welcome. Good to see you. Alan, thank you so much. I feel pretty good. You wouldn't know what's going on with me by it. But right now I feel good and I've learned to celebrate the good days. So today's a good day and a good time. D-Day at Saipan by Michael DePaul. And on to Richmond. Okay, yeah. By the way, Decision Games has a really good sale if you don't have the D-Day games. Utah Beach GTS. I know Phil LaHoo's looking forward to that. I am too. I'm having a big garage sale, so too bad you're all not local. Um, on Saturday. Not giving stuff away, but I will be offering some deals. I've got still buying stuff, but I've got hundreds of games I got to get rid of. Behind me, barely, just not even nothing. Plus my miniatures terrain and stuff, and I really don't even do that much miniatures. Mainly do that with my boys. So they do 40. I like to do it. Spend time with my sons. Um, Phil, glad to see you. Plays World at War. Met Phil through one of my teaching games, World at War, and I'm happy to say the group's still playing. I'm not currently playing because basically what's going on, and I got other things. So I got to tell you guys, and please comment at will, and thank you once again for joining me. I really appreciate it. I'm a real social animal, and needless to say, I'm pretty isolated these days. So thank you, thank you, thank you. But I wanted to say just really quick, I know one of the things that brings me a lot of joy to the hobby is sharing time, social hour, sharing time with my friends. Let's see, it says new comment. Charles, East Front World War II quad from Compass. Oh, I got the recent last two, and they're over here on my shelf in my garage. Actually, pretty excellent. Uh, Bud wants to see. Hi, Bud. Welcome aboard. Wants to see a Harpoon remake on the PC. Um, and Phil says he's cheating a little bit. He's going to buy Matrix War in these two computer game, but looks pretty good. And you know what, Phil? That's not cheating. Honestly, whatever brings you happiness is what matters in this hobby. And that's my attitude. I've always believed that, and I think that excuse me, that's the cancer speaking. Um, I do. I really believe this hobby is about whatever brings you joy and happiness is what matters. So Stigler says, I must say I enjoy a lot of the videos and online meetups like this more than I thought I would. Great camaraderie. I got to agree with you on that. I got to agree with you on that, Stigler. I never thought until COVID actually that I would. In fact, I never watched YouTube content. And now I kind of got to be a little choosy. The other day I wasn't feeling too good, but I watch a lot of Mo's Game Table. I watch a lot of Ardwolf's Lair. And of course, Dan up in Canada, I watch his show quite a bit. And I try to financially support them with Patreon. So. Victory and Misita. Okay, Misita, Brian. I don't know what that means. Oh, Victoria. That's nice. Good. I don't know what that means though. So, the victory is friendship. Oh, yes, very true. I love it. I love it. That's pretty awesome. Um, yeah, Phil, Third World War, super helpful. Got a friend of mine, David Greenwood, who's been helping me tremendously selling some of my collection over on the Facebook group for me. Is coming over Sunday, and he's actually going to help me put some outlets in my garage to replace them. I'm going to be getting a space heater. I'm going to be putting in some LED lighting and a big 4x8, 3/4 inch thick sanded maple so I can have a couple games out here going at once. My wife's kind of letting me take over possibly my next show I'll do for my game room. So because I do have a small game room too. But Third World War from Compass Games, this wonderful package. Some of you may have seen on Facebook, I got to play all 4 games hooked up at the GMT weekend. Well, Phil, it's all relative, the cold, right? Like, honestly, I'm actually up to 161 pounds as of today. So that's a big milestone for me. I was down to 136, and I got to tell you, it gets below 70, and I'm freaking freezing my butt off. So, anyways, so let's see. We've heard from a few of you. What else, you find joyful about the hobby, or games you're looking forward to, or games you got on the table? And I'm going to show you guys a couple of things here in a few minutes because I don't want to waste people's time either. And hopefully you're enjoying this as much as I am. Yeah. Oh, Brian. Yeah. I love it when I do get to face. Luckily, I have a good group of people and still don't get to do it as often as I want. But, hey, it is. So if you, let's see, Philip, I see so many people that have retired with nothing to look forward to. Boy, ain't that the truth. It's really kind of sad if you think about it. I'm a big fan of always was a big fan of retirement. I guess that's one advantage. I got to basically kind of retire early. Not the ideal situation, but hey, it is what it is. Out of development, working on Vassal. Stigler says modules, play testing. Nice. Yeah, Stigler, I'm really looking forward to your game. Hopefully I'm still around when it comes out. I'm hopeful. I'm going to be getting some Great Battles American Civil War to the table event soon again, I hope, before I have to sell most of it off. Yes, longest day mug. Oh boy. Hey, Jonathan. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Jonathan Nuesra. Gonna butcher your name, buddy. Nuesra from New York was part of my Teach World at War group when I was doing that with Phil and Tiffany and Brad. And we're talking about what game you're most anticipating, Jonathan. And I know you're like me, you can pick 20 of them, but I'm not limiting anybody to one. And Brian, yeah, man, you know what? I had one of those big decision games mugs that I loved for chip pulls. And I don't know, I must have left it at a convention or something, so I can't find it. So I actually bought, I'll show you guys. Nice, Stigler. Good news. I love it. And let's see if I can. Lost Gamble. Yes. Yes. Whether it's a good game or not, you know what? Danny Parker, Compass Games. Oh my God, I can't wait for that. But my number one pick is Decision Games Tuller Creek, which is in the mail, the Ultimate Edition. But here's the cup I use for chip pulls. MMP cup. They're actually still available. I had to kind of dig, but they got all the, I think, ASL modules on it. Big wide mouth. I use that for my chip pull games, And let's see here. Brian's going to trade a game in. Oh, heresy. I'm just kidding, Brian. I'm just joking. So, got 9 people on board here. If you haven't announced yourself, please do and welcome aboard. Oh, we just lost somebody because they said, oh my God, that guy crazy. I'm just kidding about the heresy part. Honestly, Time for Trumpets had great hopes for it. Still hope to get it to the table, but it's from what I hear, it's bitter woods on steroids with lots of exceptions and things. So, but I have a lot of respect for the designer. I have a lot of respect for creators in general. I'm like Mikey. If it's a war game, I tend to like it. Let's see here. All right, here we go. Let's see. Tom D, welcome aboard. Sneaking a peek while he's in Disneyland. Tom's a good guy. Hangs out with Mike Kelly. Uh, kind of local to me, about an hour and a half away. We managed to play. It's my honor to get to play with Mike and Tom at GMT weekend. Playing Third World War. By the way, I know Jonathan and Phil, you guys are meeting up at Compass Expo. I so wanted to go there. Um, be right back. All right, Stigler, cool. We'll be here. So I'm going to do this for probably about an hour. I'm going to show you guys a few things out here in my game cave that I'm working on creating. And Charles playing slowly Königsberg from Revolution. Oh my God! I got to tell you really quick, guys. Um, 8 of you playing. So let's see here. Charles says, I like this. I'm learning this thing. Playing slowly Königsberg from Revolution Games. I got to tell you, I've known Roger Miller and Richard, but I've known Roger for, oh my gosh, it's got to be going on 30 years from when I lived in Sacramento. And Revolution Games, their stuff is well play tested, really great stuff. I buy everything they do because Roger's a friend of mine. And never gives me any freebies, though. What's up with that? I'm just kidding. But I love their stuff. So the Phil says 8 are playing World at War at Compass Expo. I think we had at one point we had 7 or 8 at GMT weekend. And if I happen to still be here in April and able, when they do their next one, I've already got commitments to play it again. So that will be a fun one. What do I think? So Steve is asking me, what do you think of coin and the levying campaign? Well, let me say this about coin. Um, Myself, I played a distant plane and I enjoyed it. And I've played one time Fire on the Lake. Trying to get comfortable here in my chair. Gosh darn it. Let me move out a little bit. There we go. All right. So I've enjoyed it. I'm still kind of up in the air. I think Vietnam, I have the expansions and I plan on getting that to the table more. And and I think I'll enjoy it. I want to run through the solo bots and whatnot, and then hopefully get a chance to play it with my friend Mike and then possibly Tom. Levy and campaign, it looks phenomenal. I still have the games. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm sure it will be. I think it will be good. Phil says I've done Fire in the Lake many times, and it's great with 4 people. And I can attest to that. I've seen Phil post about his after action reports and whatnot. So I think they're great. And I'm sure if Phil likes it, I will. I'll just say I think our tastes are fairly similar. Um, what I'll tell you. Anybody? Let's see. Get another comment, Brian. We have 4 players plus 1 coach. Okay. What's the consensus? I think a series I really like, right? I play ASL. I haven't played in about a year, but I love ASL. I've been playing it since '86. Advanced Squad Leader. Um, OCS. Haven't played that in a couple of years. Need to get back to it. BCS looks really good. GOS looks good. You always thought series games, but here's the number one. Uh, I would say series game that I've been looking at again that I want to play and I really enjoy it. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, cancer. Jeez. Is Panzer from GMT. Played Panzer and Amal from Yakinto, MBT and whatnot, IDF. When that came out, I really enjoyed that a lot. That whole series of games. I think it's just wonderful, and that's another game. It's not my one pick, but I'm looking forward to picking that up. So we got 11 people on here. I know a couple of you haven't ID'd yourself yet, but if you're new on here, come on, say hello to everybody, and tell us what your most game you're looking forward to most. Uh, of course, I've got the Panzer North Africa module on order. Cancer might be trying to kill me, but it hasn't taken my hope away yet. That's for damn sure. And I'm going to keep playing until the fat lady sings, as they say. Steve O, it does look awesome. Charles, on my other table, yeah, American Revolution. I enjoy that. I've got a really trick question here in a minute. I don't know about a trick question. Kevin Featherly, I'm thinking of buying All Bridges Burning, and the 50%, a 3-player coin would work for the family if I get the other 2 to join. But it sounds like a quick play, so that should help. Let's see. Let me share his comment. People can read it. Good luck, Kevin, because I could never ever get my wife to play any game except Avalon Hill Blackbeard, which she's threatened to play with me again. So it's been a long time. Hey, Andrew. And then my oldest son used to play hardcore war games with me, and now him and my younger son play 40K, Conquest Last Argument of Kings, etc., etc. That's why I have miniature stuff. They play Flames. They do play Flames of War. So, Andrew, my brother from another mother. Sorry, first time I use that. Australia. He's got some of his own struggles going on. So me and him talk quite a bit. But welcome aboard, Andrew. And I know you may not, many people may or may not know Andrew is the designer of Napoleon's Imperium that Compass Games did. Looks like a wonderful game. I'm guilty of, I own 2 copies of it. And I still don't have it to the dang table, but I hope to make that change soon. So, Kevin, life took on Twilight Struggle and Imperial Struggle, so there is hope. There is. So, Andrew, one of the questions of the day is what game are you looking forward to the most? That, if any, that you have maybe is coming out or you want to see done. So, oh my God, you would, Brian, mention the Napoleon movie. I can't wait for that. It's going to be awesome. So, Andrew, got 12 people on board. All right. Anybody hasn't announced themselves, please do. Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, see, look at that. I got a haircut. I don't have much hair left either. But hey, the Napoleon movie. I've kind of been on a Napoleonic binge now with my videos. but I've been looking at my Labatai games again. I got the stuff from Hexasim. I got the newer War and Peace, which I've played a couple times. Old school Avalon Hill War and Peace. Napoleon Eagles too. Yes. Did I get that? I don't know. Is it that card-driven game? I've been on this real Napoleonic kick lately. At least as far as I got a new rule. If I sell 10 games, I can buy one. So at least I'm going the right way. Let me see here. Let me look. I think I got Napoleon Eagles 2. Is this it? I don't know if I'll ever play it. Only for the fact that, is this it? Storm in the East. Oh, Borodino and Leipzig. I do have it. And let's see. Solitaire. One low. Yeah, that makes sense. But I don't know. Napoleonics might not be your thing, but there sure are some beautiful games out there on it. Yeah, what else I got recently I want to show you? Oh, I do want to show you guys this, and I'll look at the comments in a minute, because I know you don't want to just look at my backside. So, I got a couple games here I want to show you that I think hold a lot of promise. Card driven. Let's see, over the top game. Kevin, that you bought over the top from me. Well, like I said, am I the guy to ask, do I like a game? Because I got to tell you, I'll be straight up with you. I find something to enjoy in every game I've ever played, bar none. I don't have time to get down on the creators and I'll let Andrew answer that question from Brian if he wants to. But the only game I never liked, and I've shared this story a few times, probably the worst game ever made, in my opinion. And honestly, if you enjoy it, please do. Don't let my comments cloud your joy, because that's what it's all about. Let's see, there we go. But honestly, and I like their Panzer Grenadier stuff and some other games, but Avalanche Press Third, John Prado's Third Reich. John Prado's A had nothing to do with the game. B, it was a game that I bought it, read the rules, set it up. And at the time, my son was pretty young, but he played with me games. We were going to play it. All I can say is I never forget it. Once it looked good, set it up, thought, oh, this would be fun, be great for me and my son to play. Started to play it, and the game was just broken. The diplomacy didn't work, et cetera, et cetera. Immediately packed it up, sold it, and never looked back. And Andrew does have the uniform. Tom, looking forward to, I, Napoleon. Was that the Ted Racier game where you kind of get to role play or whatnot? Not necessarily role play. I know it's not a role playing game, but is that the one, Tom? I'm looking forward to that too. And we got somebody to come in and drop off, which if you haven't announced yourself, please do. I enjoy this. Perfect. Let me show you a couple games that solitaire. This just came from Fortress Games. I have this and the 20th Air Force. They're solitaire games. They were on, I believe, Kickstarter, second edition. And I got to tell you, not sure when I'll get them to the table, but I plan to. I had the first edition. I've seen videos of them, and they looked really good. Let me show you this. Yeah, that's 20th Air Force. I got to tell you, this time they're boxed. Now, look at that, a nuke on the back. Didn't even notice that. But from Fortress Games, and the videos I've seen and stuff, they both look really pretty promising. So I love Praetos' game. Let's see, what does Kevin say here? The only Praetos game I have played is the Victory Teutonborg Forest. Romans fared poorly. I got to tell you, I like John Prados, and sadly, we lost him recently. Uh, I don't know how he passed away, if it was cancer or what, but sadly, he passed away. Andrew, it does look pretty cool, huh? I got to tell you, it looks awesome. I mean, when I eventually get it out, I'm sure I'll do a video on it. Currently, I'm working on Anzio and from Avalon Hill 4th edition. Kind of on this old school kick right now. I may end up, there's another YouTube creator we're talking about playing a live online, you know, uh, and recording it for our channels. I don't know if it's going to happen, but a campaign game of War and Peace. So I've been reading up on some articles in the general and stuff for that. And then for more modern stuff, I just got so many choices. Got Compass Games, got a few titles I want to do some videos on. And GMT Games, obviously, with the sale coming up. Speaking of that, so we got 12 people on now, and to see until we lose somebody probably. But if you just joined us, please make a comment, say hello. What's your most anticipated game? What's your Kevin Featherly? I'm loving your old school kick. Got a kick out of watching you playing Fortress Europa. That wasn't me. Oh, did I you know what I did? I did do a trip down memory lane. And I do plan on playing Fortress Europa again. I think I might do the new Compass edition when I do it. It's basically a straight reprint, but I do want to feature Compass games because I wouldn't feel right about not featuring Compass games without, what's the word I'm looking for? Since I worked with David White to create the fan page. So let me say this, the GMT sale's coming up. Before I announce my crazy plan, of course, I need to sell some more games to justify it. Is there anything you're planning on using the sale to order? And then MMP's done some pretty amazing stuff lately. And, I got to tell you, we live in the golden age of wargaming. So, anybody want to comment on that? And number 13 just joined us. Welcome aboard, wherever you are. I can't see who you are unless you say hello. So, welcome aboard. If you're not aware, I'll just let you know on Facebook. Vlad C. Watching from Manila, Philippines. I've been a long time, but I've been to Manila many, 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 many times. Been a long time, many years. Yep, Revolution has a sale going on. Welcome aboard, Vlad. So Tom at the GMC sale is going to buy the British Way. I don't have that one. I am in a group that's a Santa Claus thing, and I already mailed my thing off to the person I was assigned, so that is on my list. I have no idea who got assigned to me. So, Vlad, what game are you looking forward to the most, or what are you guys playing? Too expensive to ship to Canada, so I buy from Toad Not Games. Yeah, I don't know if it's the same company. That's where I've been getting my TSWW games, but I'm gonna have to stop that because probably gonna have to sell my collection off. Ken X from Hong Kong. Hey Ken, how you doing? Well, a half hour. Yeah, we're gonna be done in less than half an hour. We got about 26 minutes left, unless I lose everybody. But I'm gonna stay on. Grognard Rich, hello, welcome aboard. What's your most anticipated game? What brings you joy in wargaming? What's if you plan to use the GMT sale? What is it? What's next? Hey Jim, how you doing, buddy? Jim Sparks, World at War player. Um, really great guy. Always had fun at the WBC. Sadly, obvious reasons couldn't make it this year, and sadly probably won't be there next year. So it depends how my decline is measured. Yeah, Conquest and Consequences, Gallipoli. You would definitely play Conquest and Consequences if you get multiplayer. Is great game, and Gallipoli, honest, is fairly deep game, so it depends. But I enjoyed that. Let's see here. Vlad says, let me slow it down. No, I can't slow it down, but I want to get to everybody's comment. Vlad says, I'm trying to play my older games, not really interested in the newer games. We'll play Air Cav tonight. Sweet, totally valid. And if that's what brings you joy, that's what I'm all about, right? Enjoy the journey. Ken X, play out of the box. Faulty games that I don't play, but develop on your own. Well, I'm glad you got time to develop games because I don't at all. Never have. I play it out of the box, find something I like. But what matters is you enjoy your journey. Yeah, Jim, I'm hoping I can make it too, but we'll see. Sadly, it's not looking too promising. So, but I don't want to focus on that right now. Wish the international poach was better from the U.S. Let me see here. This is Andrew. There's a guy from Sydney whose friend is going to Compass Games Expo. Probably will pick it up a few to share shipping. Hey, great idea, Andrew. And you're right, man. Shipping's outrageous. I've shipped to Australia. I've had a couple people buy stuff from me, and yeah, it's just wow. It's nuts. It really is. But it does get there pretty quick. So I know we got 15. I think there's probably a couple people on there haven't announced themselves. So what am I going to get from the GMT sale? Well, depending on how my garage sale goes this Saturday and my online selling my stuff, sticking to my rule of 10 out, 1 in. I may pick up Command and Color Napoleonics. Owned it a couple times, sold it a couple times. Um, but it looks like a game that I might be able to gift to my boys and they'll play it. So I may get that. Otherwise, I pretty much got everything that I want. Mostly. Sometimes I think of stuff. Playing It Started here by Iadrang. Iadrang Valley. Oh, Lock and Load Publishing. Is that part of the Tactical Combats? Not TCS. Is it part of Lock and Load Tactical? Because I want to say I have all their stuff, but that one doesn't ring a bell. And then Napoleon in Time for the Movie. Ken X down to 50. I wish. I've been selling for months and I'm down to, I don't know. I probably have, if I include my magazine games, I've been doing this since I was 10 years old. I probably have about 800 games, maybe 700. Yeah, I know it's crazy. I don't play simple great battles of history. I play fully leaded. I find the simple rules honestly aren't that much simpler than the full rules, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. So I don't play the simple rules. Um, uh, Grognar, I don't think so on the Iadrang. I might have to look that up. I've never heard of that from Lock and Load. Not they don't have it, but yeah, Kevin, no, I don't play the simple rules. But I'm glad you're enjoying it, and if that's what helps you get it to the table, um, that's what matters. That is absolutely what matters. Battle for Sicily on P500. Absolutely, Tom. Um, yeah, it's going to be a great game. There's also a giant game coming from Europe that I'll order from Quarter Deck Games, health allowing, when Jack Green gets it in. And that's going to be a 4-map Sicily game. I got to tell you, I'm looking forward to sharing my garage when I get it set up. So it's going to be a blast. Okay, good point, Steve. Thank you for the education points. Like I said, whatever you enjoy your journey, I just find for myself there's just not a lot of difference between the simple and the full rules. So let's see. Andrew, want to try out Command and Color Napoleonics, but never played. Well, I bless you, brother, and no offense to anybody, but I hope you get it because I've played Command and Colors Napoleonics, and I really like it. I mean, I'll admit I'm the guy that prefers fifth edition La Bataille or the premier rules. You know, I like more meaty stuff, but I enjoy Command and Colors. But I think my boys will like it. So, audio book on the Crusades from Strategic and Sale. Help me out, guys. I love Columbia Block Games. I believe Crusader Rex is a game on the Crusades. And GMT did a game that's out of print you might be able to get, but Onward Christian Shoulders, and then maybe Men of Iron has battles from the Crusades. I'm not sure. I have it, but I haven't played it yet. Charles, to start thinning my games and miniature rules. Okay, well, whatever your limit is. Honestly, if I wasn't sick, I probably wouldn't be selling because I like having the potential. Who am I kidding? I've bought and sold games for years, but yeah, thanks, Mike. I will definitely share it when I get everything set up. I'm super excited. I'm hoping to have it all done and in place by the first week of December. Kevin shares Infidel is the Crusader version of Men of Iron. Awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Kevin. Grognard Rich. Stuttgart Raid in 43. Yeah, 8th Air Force. I think if you're talking about Fortress games, I will say I played the first edition, had a great time with it, and I think you'll enjoy it. It's in the tri-pack. Good to know because I have it. I just need to get it to the table. Story of my life. Yeah. Steve O points out old SPI game. Speaking of that, I have a couple of those. Yeah, almost all of Calvary. Ken X is asking how many people are getting Axis Empires. So obviously, I already talked about it. I'm a huge fan. Got it on the way. I should have it the next day or two. Won't hit the table till December, but awesome. And Stigler says Richard Berg's Crusades was a fun little game. Good to know. And that's a high compliment coming from Alan. And Vlad, see, look, we're all helping each other enjoy the journey. See, Vlad asked and got an answer. Isn't that wonderful? Um, so Ken X here in Hong Kong is asking about Axis Empires. I don't know if Brian's still on. Yep. Brian got his last week, and that's one advantage. I think they shipped the overseas orders. So we got about 15 minutes left here. I want to keep these down to an hour. My next one, I don't know when I'll schedule it. I will try to get better at these live broadcasts. I need to watch some of the tutorials so I can see how to share my screen. Um, and I really I want to just say this, and I'm not signing off yet. I want to say thank you all for getting on. It helps me tremendously with my mental health. Honestly, this battle's a marathon, and I don't want to focus on my health stuff. But rapping with Ruggiero, I love it, Brian. You know, I had the honor of volunteered for over 25 years running the War Games at Pacificon, which is a regional convention here in Northern California, attended by about 1,200. Carl Creeder and Tim Porter do their basic training, or oh my God, what do they call it? They're going to shoot me. But they help do their boot camp for War Games there. And I had the honor of, I didn't get to go this year, but they named the War Game area after me. So it was quite the honor. But let's see, what else could I show you? You know, I love my books. I've shared videos on that. But we're here to talk about games. I got to tell you, Jim, thanks for praying for me and the wife. All the positive thoughts are definitely appreciated. And yep, Tom, board game boot camp. Absolutely correct. Um, okay, let's see if what do I got going on here? I won't. There we go. Okay. Um, I want now my bit of craziness. I'm sick. Probably got like a year left tops. 6, 7 months functionality, and trust me, I know doctors. It's all I guess. Grognard Rich went to Pacificon a couple times in the '80s. Yeah, I started going back then. And it's funny, me and my buddies used to sit in the bar and spend most of the time. I used to play in the ASL tournament and stuff. We spent most of our time just sitting in the bar drinking, watching all the people come in dressed as wizards and all that stuff for D&D, which, by the way, I love role-playing games. I read them. I haven't played one in years, but I like to read them quite a bit, actually. I just picked up some Harn Master from Columbia. Got some Pendragon, I think. And my RuneQuest books keep growing and growing. And I still got my original AD&D books. So I want to. Geez, I got some books I could show you. Let me ask this. You know what? You guys are the ones that are on here, and no promises. But if you could pick one game, let's do this. One game that maybe you'd like to see a trip down memory lane video, which are basically not all shrink rips. I do spend my money and sometimes buy shrink wrap copies just so I can do a shrink rip on here of old school, something out of print that maybe you want to see, might help you get some joy seeing again, or a replay. And I definitely have a couple of games that I'm going to be doing after I wrap up my Learn to Play from Anzio, which, by the way, I'm having a blast doing it. My play is super poor. And if you watch those videos, if you happen to watch it, there's a guy, Rich Valley, I'm assuming that's his name, because that's his moniker on YouTube. Phenomenal comments. Just the guy really plays the game. He's a real expert. I'm sure I'm driving him nuts with my poor play. So got about 10 minutes here. So what do you guys think? What do you want to see next? Any last thoughts that you want to share? Oh, Avalon Hill, France, 1940 from Phil. Well, you're going to be in luck. I don't know when. because I have multiple copies of France 1940. Don't ask why. I love the cover, but I literally just spent about 40 bucks, $50 on a shrink wrap copy. I'm going to use that for my trip down memory lane. Panzer Group Guderian. Okay. I have it. I don't have it in shrink wrap, but that's a good one. Blitzkrieg. I'm looking for a copy of Blitzkrieg, but I haven't found one yet that meets my criteria. It doesn't got to be shrink wrap. Just want it complete, and I want the second edition. So if you know somebody selling one, or I wouldn't mind getting that. Yeah, on the table. Okay, France 1940. Won't be next, but it's going to happen. I already did 1776, and I already did Richthofen's War. In fact, pretty recently, Tom, I just did Richthofen's War. So go look at that and tell me what you think, buddy. Now, maybe you're suggesting that as a replay. So I'm definitely going to do a learn to play a Richthofen's War because somebody requested it. I'm going to probably do one video, one episode, very simple game. 1776 as a replay. Somebody say yay or nay. No, Steve, it's not a reshrink. Pretty sure of that. I haven't bought one yet. It's amazing what you can find out there. So I have, yeah. Thanks, Andrew. I really appreciate it. Tobruk. I did a learn to play session on that. And you know what? I have a wonderful set that I'll need to help my son help me get down. I have that, Fire and Movement #1, and something else, but I'll do a trip down memory lane. I play Tobruk at least once a year. And thank you, Andrew. I'm having a blast. You know how it is, brother. Tom, replay for 1776. Okay, I'll add it to the list. Don't know when I'll get to it, and it will be the campaign game. And I don't know how far I'll get, but I'll do it. Michael DePaul, Avalon Hill 77 intermediate game. I love the advanced game. Haven't played it in years. May not get to it though. That one. There is a guy. If I remember the channel, I'll try to share it. He's doing a whole series on Gettysburg 77. That's really good. And there is a guy on YouTube, by the way. Stigler. I love rolling the dice. I play it once a year. All right, looks like Tobruk. I did a Tobruk replay. So look at my list of videos. I try to put stuff in playlists, and I believe that I did add that one. So just dig in, and if it's not enough, let me know. So, but not that I won't do it again. Yep, like I said, I already did Tobruk. So, but I would like to dive in more and get past the first scenario. So that's not a bad idea. Let's see. France 1940. All right. People are enjoying the old school stuff, which is good to see because I'm enjoying the heck out of all of it. So my craziness, and I don't know if it's going to happen. My wife would probably kill me. I've been painting some epic scale Civil War very, very slowly, but I'm hoping to get that. I've played a couple games of it for using the black powder rules. Miniatures, Detour. Mark has other likes in life. Frederick the Great. Yeah, Frederick the Great. Old school favorite. God, I get so many games that I want to do. Yes. And I have some newer ones that I got to do. Love the GMT Modern War. Got to get myself into BCS. You all know I love Death Ride from Grognard Sims. Love it or hate it. I love it. Oh my God. It's so wonderful. I really, I'm going to say it again. Thank you all for being here. Avalon Hill Devil's Den. Yep, I just sold a copy of it, but I made sure to keep one. I will say it's been on a real Napoleonic kick. You can count on some Napoleonic game hitting my table soon. I don't know what. I don't know if it will be good or bad, but it's coming. I have the Avalon Hill version. Kevin, what game are you talking about? Tobruk? Because that's the only version as far as I'm concerned. I'll be honest with you. Like you said, if you enjoy it and it's your journey, please do. But I avoid critical hit like the plague. Oh, Frederick the Great. Okay. Yeah, there's a few. 3W did it. Avalon Hill. I don't. Oh, SPI did it originally, and I have all three versions. Napoleon's last battles. Oh, I got the whole library. Kevin Zucker's library of battles. Done some videos on that. Love it. Absolutely. I don't know if it will be next, but I'll get back to it. But I got to tell you guys, I better not croak from cancer before I play my 2,000 million freaking games I want to play. And know this, when I go, I'll be setting up the ultimate game table waiting on you, and many, many years later. And hey, you know what? Who knows? Maybe I'll beat the odds. We'll see what happens. By the way, yes, I highly recommend Operational Study Group's Library of Battles. Some people criticize the combat results table. I love it because it emphasizes maneuver. I got Piedmont, and I pre-ordered. He does one game a year, and I pre-ordered the latest one. So Napoleon's last battles, absolutely SBI decision. I sold Tom a copy of it. Mine. It's great. Sweet Charles. Hey, if you guys are on Facebook, and I'll comment on Mike here in a minute. Share your after action reports. Take some pictures. Say, hey, this is what I played. Da, 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 da. There's the Board Gamer page. There's Wargaming, Wargamers, all kinds of good pages. Avalon Hill Bismarck, favorite of mine, Jet Green Design. Excuse me. Last played in high school. May do an unboxing or a trip down memory lane for that one. You got to pick up VUCA Simulations. Maybe I'll do a show on one of their games. Those guys are phenomenal. Oh my God, they're just knocking it out of the park. Well, Ken X, that's easy. Come on. It's like, a series is one game, right, guys? Pretty simple. Sorry. I love it. Oh, 2 minutes left. Last thoughts. Once again, thank you all for joining me. Really appreciate it. Please like, comment. You're all subscribers, hopefully, to my channel. Spread the word to your friends what I'm doing if you like it. I'm glad I'm able to help with the journey. I love wargaming, and sorry, I'm getting a little bit emotional here. Stigler says when you play with Vassal, you can save. Play absolutely. I'm trying to play more in Vassal, but I do enjoy the physical part. But absolutely, Stigler. Phil, you're welcome. I hope you can join me next time. You guys at the Compass Game Expo have just a phenomenal time. I'm really missing being there. I was supposed to be on a flight. Sorry. Thanks, Steve, for joining in. And just so you know, I'm not suppressing my tears. Tears of happiness, honestly. A little sad, but learned, you know what? It's okay. So this is Mark Ruggiero signing off. I want to thank y'all for joining me. Charles says, and games from last century are to be yes, yes. I'm going to keep on doing it. You can count on that until I can't do it anymore. And like I said, if you know anybody that's got a Blitzkrieg that they'd like to sell that's in decent shape, second edition, please private message me and I would love to buy it. Yeah, good to hear from you, Jonathan. And if you guys got my phone number, please feel free to call me anytime. I miss chatting. Thanks, Alan. I still got to figure out. I got to wear that Napoleon shirt you sent me. It's so big on me now. Look at this thing. I know it's not your, but thank you. Anyways, we're on an hour. I'm a hanger on. I don't want to keep you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. So good night. Take care, everybody. Bye.